You, Dr. Jagjit Singh, for your kind words. Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Salam, and good evening. I'm immensely pleased to be the part of this seminar. I'm very thankful to Global Sikh Council for inviting me, giving this opportunity to reflect Hindu Dharma on peace. Thank you. The theme of today's conference is World Peace through Interfaith Dialogue. I would like to explain what Hindu Dharma offers on world peace and how interfaith dialogue will help in cultivating peace. Since there is no equivalent word of dharma in other languages, scholars do use the term Hindu religion. Of course, the religion is commonly based upon three things. One is founder, second, basic scripture, third, one path of liberation. Hindu Dharma has evolved, and there is neither a single scripture nor a founder, and no one path of nirvana or liberation. Thus, it is not qualified as a religion. It is a unique part of the ancient Sindh Valley civilization, which survived the blows of time while other civilizations of the world disappeared and remained in books or museums. Regarding faith, modern philosopher Dr. S. Radhakrishnan has said, quote, Hinduism is not a faith. It is a union of reason and intuition that cannot be defined but experienced, unquote. Hindu scholars use the term Hindu Dharma, which is beginningless and endless, Sanatan, eternal. Similarly, God and His truth are infinite, beginningless, and endless. The concept of Hindu Dharma, in its original sense, means the maintenance of peace and well being of all within the larger cosmic order. The epic Mahabharata says, quote, Adroha sarvabhutesu karmana manasa kira, unquote. Dharma is for the general betterment of all beings. Two terms have been used to describe peace. First is negative peace, is defined as a state of harmony in the absence of hostility, conflict, and violence, while the positive peace addresses the underlying social injustice and inequalities. Positive thoughts cultivate healthy conditions in supporting, cooperating, loving, and caring for others, while negative thoughts generate hatred, violence, and injustice. Positive thinking does not mean that a person should ostracize on less pleasant and even nasty conditions. Rather, he should deal with more positive and creative ways. Interfaith dialogue refers to cooperative, constructive, and positive interaction between people of different faiths and spiritual traditions. It fosters unity, mutual respect, love, and harmony. In the interfaith dialogues, individuals of diverse faiths can engage in enriching conversations, exchange wisdom, and acquire deeper understanding, which can foster peace, Interfaith dialogue goes beyond carrying dogmas and outdated values. Actually, it is aiming to sharing spiritual cooperation. The quantum jump in the field of science and technology has created a movement towards globalization in politics, economics, communication, and cultural patterns. This trend pushed us to broaden our approach and move towards global consciousness and spirituality. Spirituality is all about cleaning of subconsciousness, the removal of karma actions through spiritual practice, and meditation brings this. The global consciousness can sustain the new civilization. Indeed, the great religions of the world do provide invaluable insights into a higher form of human consciousness. The conceptual and ideological foundation of Hindu Dharma outlines 6 universal principles regarding peace for humanity. First, Hindu Dharma endorses that entire cosmos is permeated by the same divine power, whether our planet or billions of galaxies. Isro Upanishad says, quote, Isa vas midam sarvam, unquote. Swami Vivekananda said, quote, religion is the manifestation of divinity that is already in man, unquote. There is no difference between matter and energy. Second, a spark of divinity dwells inside us as soul or spirit. Holy Gita says, quote, Yadyapi sarva bhutanam bijam, unquote. Every individual embodies a spark of divinity. Outwardly, we might look different, but internally, we are all connected. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, quote, Ishvara sarvbhutanam hridaye se arjuna tisthati, unquote. And again Gita says, Maya tatmidam sarvam. Third, all human beings are born divine. This promotes equality of all. Sanskrit saying is Janmana Jayate Dibya. No living species is inferior or superior to other, but all are equal because all living or non-living objects are the manifest of divine spiritual power. Fourth, we are all part of global family. Vasudhaiva, quote, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, unquote. As we try, Shanti Parv, I'm quoting from the Mahabharata Shanti Parv, quote, as we try to take care of happiness and prosperity of our family members, similarly, we must take care of all human beings. This belief helps us in shifting our outlook, and we start approaching to social, economic, religious, and environmental issues globally. Fifth, happiness and well-being of all. Quote, Bahujan Sukhay, Bahujan Hitay, unquote. It inspires people to work and sacrifice for the well-being of others without any prejudice bias. Only God has given this consciousness to human beings who can work for others. No living on the earth have that capacity, that consciousness. Quote, Sarve bhavantu sukhna, sarve santu niramaya. The prayer we always after doing rituals, we conclude with this prayer. Happiness and well-being of all. Hindus pray for the happiness and prosperity for all. 6. Non-violence is the supreme religion. Quote, Ahimsa paramo dharma. Unquote. We must not hurt or harm anyone by thoughts, actions, or words. These concepts will work as a unifying force to all human beings without having any confrontation, hatred, and it will create peace. The question comes, why do we not have peace individually and in society? The simple answer is that evils such as hatred, enmity, violence, injustice, and greed are terribly active. Because of this, we are facing grave problems of peace. Taittiriya Upanishad scripture suggests, quote, we must guard each other with love and treat all with the sentiments of true friendliness, unquote. Generally, we are looking for peace outside, and it is not a commodity that can be purchased in the shopping mall. Certainly, we must look inside of our hearts and minds. And when every individual will have peaceful mind, then it will reflect in his or her actions. To attain individual peace, Hindu scripture encourages to have practice of yoga and meditation. Another thing we need to change drastically is our mindset. From the consideration of I-ness and you-ness, we have to go for we-ness. And in modern term, from exclusiveness to inclusiveness. Hindus call it the concept of universal family. This cosmic bond unites us to live peacefully and harmoniously. The beautiful verse of Isha Upanishad teaches us, quote, Vast dharmen bhutanyanmeva va pashyati, unquote, that who understands and behold all beings in his own self and who perceives the reflection of his own self in all beings never hates others and lives peacefully. There is one God, one human race, and humanity. There is no cause of quarrel. Vedic verse tells, quote, Ekam sad vipra bahuda vadanti, unquote. A single truth is elaborated upon by the learned in many ways. I would like to conclude with Vedic peace prayer. ॐ द्यौ शान्तिः अन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिः रापा शान्तिः रोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिः विश्वे देवा शान्तिः ब्रह्मा शान्तिः सर्वशान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिसामा शान्तिरेधि. English verse. Translation. May there be peace in heavenly region. There is peace in atmospheric region. Peace reigns on earth. Water, herbs, plants, all are peace-giving. Harmony in the celestial objects and peace in the universe. Thank you. Dhanyavad.